Canada Post says it won't give its union 2 weeks to look over an offer just presented to them today. That means 55,000 workers can still walk off the job on Friday. Let's go to Omar Fares from the Retail Leadership Institute at Toronto Metropolitan University. Thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me.
So this is deja vu, of course, for a lot of retailers, small businesses. How much do they rely on Canada Post?
The big reliance, it's a major risk. Last strike, what we've seen is impact from a revenue perspective or lost revenue perspective of over $1 billion. And this is not just the impact. We're talking about impact in customer trust. We're talking about impact in day-to-day operations and overall market frustration. So this is a big deal.
Let's talk about choices, because I'm sure some of them do rely on Canada Post. There are more choices now in this country to send your packages and parcels, but are they competitive?
Now, they do. There is choices and there are alternatives. Now, the challenge is in terms of cost, and it's also not a quick fix, as in it doesn't happen overnight. The switches don't happen overnight. Now, we've seen a market transition over the last or after the last strike to other alternative providers. But the challenge becomes we still have, specifically for small businesses, a large number of small businesses build their reliance, build their operation on the existence and the availability of Canada Post. So it's not an overnight change. It can't happen as a quick fix. And it will cause significant harm, as we're expecting. Because
we have been in a situation now where we know the two sides have been negotiating, there hasn't been sort of any agreement or much positivity there. Would businesses have already started scaling back what they're sending with fears that things are going to get stuck like they did at the end of last year?
There is a possibility now. There has been just a recent update, I think, an hour or so, that Canada Post kind of made some updates and made an offer. That offer, I believe, is also being reviewed. I don't think it's positive. It doesn't look positive. I don't think it's been received very positively. Now, to match exactly what the union is requesting, it will be an uphill challenge. I foresee a strike may be happening. I think more and more as we get closer. I don't think a solution is right around the corner. We hope it is, but it doesn't seem like it.
Can you give me more of an idea of what it was like over the Christmas season when workers were out, I believe, for more than 30 days, and what the impact of that looked like for some of those small businesses?
Yeah, sure. So it wasn't just for small businesses, by the way. It's consumers. We have felt that as Canadians. This disruption, while it cost... Keep in mind, small businesses in Canada has faced tremendous challenges over the past few years. We're dealing with COVID. We're dealing with supply chain disruptions. We're dealing with market uncertainty. That all compounded, and add to that uncertainty to what should be a reliable service, Canada Post, that has caused unbelievable loss in upper line or what could have been gained revenue, and also what this causes as a result that may not be accounted for is the distrust that happens of consumers with the small businesses in the community. Small businesses were very frustrated. Canadians did not get their products on time, and that just creates that point of tension. While Canadians are aware where the challenges are from and they realize it's Canada Post, what we understand, the facing organization will always have an impact on consumers, and that may lead consumers to shift their preferences of shopping. So the impact is not just money that could have been gained, it is long-term impact of branding, and it's long-term impact of consumer relationships, and we've all felt that.
So one of the things that has come up in recent discussions is that the suggestion that perhaps Canada Post not go door to door and deliver the way they historically have, that they put in more community boxes, for example, or people pick up their packages more from different locations. Does something like that affect consumers much? Do you think they tried to do this a number of years ago and people pushed back a lot? I'm just wondering whether businesses and consumers in your mind would be more open to that these days.
So I'll tell you one thing. The Canada Post model over the past few years has not been working. Okay. So one thing, there needs to be a change. Now, I realize some of the changes they propose, more dynamic delivery, the seven day sort of delivery, the community boxes. I think all of this has a place, but the challenge also is in the workers. They need to take care of their workers. That's kind of the first piece of the puzzle. Now, in terms of consumers and consumer receptivity, consumers over time need to learn. It's learned and acquired behavior. For instance, a very simple example, you put automated teller machines, ATMs. First, consumers will be resistant. We know that from acceptance or technology acceptance model over the years. You put any innovation, there'll be a level of resistance. What happens though is with the right level of education, with the right level of infrastructure in place, with the right level of customer support, almost going through an educational phase, eventually consumers would realize that there are some things that can be done more efficiently, more easy, but there needs to be first a level of support that will allow consumers to actually have some sort of learning curve. There's always an assumption when innovation is made, if it's more efficient, consumers would love it. Like anything, people need to learn, but to have this in place, you need to have the right support. I think consumers will be open to it, given, though, that there's the right infrastructure in place, the right support, the right resources.
Omar Fares, I got to leave it there with you, but thank you for your time. Omar is a researcher at the Retail Leadership Institute at Toronto Metropolitan University. Coming up.